wabarakatuh. Now I would like to presentation about English material development, summarize the material meeting 5 assignment. The first one is selection and gradation of materials from article. A review of the second semester's English materials of preparatory year, Tyan University. The related theory is focused on selection and gradation of materials in ELT. Materials should match students' needs, level, and goals. Materials must be arranged from easy to difficult. Then the methods they use descriptive research, and the participants is 15 English teachers. They use the tools is questionnaire and interview, and the result is materials were not suitable for students, gradation was not well organized, lessons and exercises were not effective, and learning goals were not achieved. So, this article discussed the importance of selecting and organizing English learning materials. The theory explains that materials should match students' needs, learning goals, and their level of ability. In addition, the materials should be arranged from simple to more difficult so that students can learn step by step without confusion. In terms of method, the study used a descriptive approach. This means the researchers only evaluate the existing materials, not create new ones. The data were collected from 15 English teachers through questionnaires and interviews, so the results are based on real classroom experience. And the results show that the material used were not appropriate for students. The level of difficulty was not well organized, which made the learning process less effective. Also, the exercise and activities were not helpful in improving students' English skills. As a result, the learning objectives were not achieved. In conclusion, the materials were poorly selected and not properly graded, so they were effective in supporting students' learning. And next, move to designing an English course book for high school students based on 2013 curriculum with local content materials. The first one is related theories course book designed in ELT match students' needs plus 2013 curriculum and local content. Use need analysis, teacher made materials equal more contextual, and the method is R&D, research and development. The participants is 300 students and 2 teachers. The tool is questionnaire. Model is a D, data qualitative and quantitative, and the result of materials not suitable, too difficult, not relevant, students' proficiency is low, new course book more effective, clear and interesting, improve understanding and confidence. So, the second article discuss the development or creation on English textbooks for high school students based on the 2013 curriculum and the local context. In theory, learning materials must be adapted to the needs of students, the applicable curriculum, and also the local environmental or cultural conditions to be more relevant and easy to understand by students. Unlike the first article, this study uses the research and development or R&D method, which means that the researcher not only evaluates but also creates and develops new textbooks. This research involved 300 students and 3 teachers using a questionnaire to find out the needs, abilities, and expectations of students in learning English. The development process used the AD model, namely analysis, design, development, implementation, and also evaluations. And the result of the study showed that the textbooks previously used were not in accordance with the needs of students and did not support the curriculum well. The material was too difficult and less relevant, so students had difficulties in learning. Therefore, researchers developed new textbooks that are more suitable for student needs. This new books is easier to understand, more interesting, and more relevant to student lives. In conclusion, the textbooks designed based on student needs and curriculum have proven to be more effective in helping in English learning process. Then we move to adapting EFL materials and its influence on Indonesia secondary school students' language learning. So the first one is theories based on Tomlinson, 2011 and also until 2012. Materials must provide meaningful input and support language learning. Harmer, 2015. Teaching materials function as tool and teacher guidance for classroom practice. Materials adaptations theory includes adding, deleting, modifying, simplifying, and rearranging content. Learner-centered approach. Material must match students' needs, context, and abilities. Communicative language teaching, as known as CLT, focuses on real-life communication and meaningful interactions. Second is method. They use qualitative research. Case study design. The participant is one senior high school EVL teacher, Banda Aceh, Indonesia. Data collection, documents analysis, teaching materials, classroom observation, 10 meetings, and video recorded. Semi-structured interview, and then data analysis based on Little John materials analysis framework, triangulations of documents, observation, and interview data. 3. Has a result how materials were adapted, main strategies, addition, most frequent, modification, occasional, deletion, simplifications, rearrangement, and then adaptation example, added local and real-life topics, use videos, image, PowerPoint, added speaking and communication task. Remove the difficult or confusing materials, simplifying complex instruction. Then B. Effects on students' learning, help achieve curriculum learning goals, supported different learning style, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and also studial, increase motivation and engagement, made learning more contextual and relatable, improved communication skills through real-life tasks, encouraged critical thinking and interactions, and less is limitation or the issue. Studies relevant on learning materials, sometimes still too difficult, heavy use of L1, Indonesian or Aceh language. Not all materials equally effective for all students. So, this study is based on several important theories. First, Tomlinson and Harmer explained that teaching materials are not just textbook, but tools that help students learn language.